Yeah, how y'all doing? This is Money Magnet here, and this is the CEO. So I saw value in creating a video for you guys. We've already created the slides just to give you guys an idea of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to capture here. But there's definitely value in us also creating a video for those that don't really like to read, and also maybe just more so because there are some concepts that will be easier if we just explain it to you guys. So this is our disclaimer. As you guys know, there's no investment that doesn't have any risk. However, we have really strived to decrease and minimize the risk with the investments that you guys are going to get into as much as possible. But nevertheless, there are no strategies, no investment strategies that does not have any risk. If somebody tells you that the investment doesn't have any risk, is a lie. So there is a risk in this investment that you guys are getting into. So definitely don't consider what we're offering you guys as absolute guarantees. Past performances are not absolutely indicative of future outcomes. Invest only money you are willing to lose. All right, so content, we're going to start off with the introduction. We go into our mission, our goal, our team. We're going to then go into the overview, the main concept, timeline, the investors. Then we're going to go into the trading segment, where we're going to talk about the trader, which is myself, some of the stats, some of the achievements that I've been able to accomplish. Then we're going to cover the risk reduction mechanisms. Again, like what I said, we are striving to decrease the risk as much as possible for you guys. All right, we're striving to decrease the risk as much as possible, and we're striving to maximize the reward. So if you get involved into this investment venture that we're trying to kick off, the reward is absolutely shocking as to what we have for the investor that is interested. Then we're going to get into investment. The segment, we'll talk about investment amount, the levels. Then we talk about the payment method, then investment return payment. All right, so getting into the introduction. So our mission is to grow investor capital. All right, we want to create a dependable avenue for profitable, low risk investing. Again, there is no investment that does not have a risk associated with it, but we are trying and striving and as much as we possibly can to lower the risk of the investment. And then we want to assist in financial freedom. So those investors that key in to what we are offering, we are trying to assist them in becoming financially free. And one of the ways we're going to do that is by actually limiting the amount of investors that are going to come in immediately. All right, so our goal here is basically to achieve a growth of a pooled account by about 20 million and provide a lasting trading system and binary options for investors willing to take an initial risk. All right, so this is going into the leadership. Again, I'm Dr. Moses Ndukwe. I'm the CEO. We have Ruben Reggie. He's the CMO. We have Chika Ubo. She is the COO. And then we have Olivia Zama. She is the CFO. All right, so what you have here is just our tentative timeline. Again, this is not going to be exactly, but this is the outline of what we're trying to achieve and in what time frame. So we're planning on pulling money within 2 weeks, starting from December 2nd to 16th. Then around December 20th, this is the official start day for trading. So once we have pulled the money within this 2-week time period, we then start trading it on December 20th, right? Our target is to hit about $1 million in about 4 months. And then by the end of the year, to have reached about 10 million in the account size. And then by 2020, we plan on starting an MLM, a multi-level marketing company. So this is just a schematic giving you guys an idea of our plan as a company and how we plan on moving about with things. All right, so the main concept here is if you invest money, you're going to make money, right? There are 7 investment levels. We're going to cover that later down the line. There's a 14-day window period for you to invest your money. Again, that window period is from December 2nd to 16th. The window period is the time where you have to put in your money to be considered an investor, meaning that if you don't get your foot in the door within this window period, we would remove you from the platform and you would not be considered as an investor. So for you to invest during this window period is absolutely critical. It's absolutely critical that you invest your money during this window period. And the investment amount has to be one of the 7 levels. All right. Each investment will last for about a year. All right. So whatever money you put in with us, we're going to let that money run for a year. All right. Access is on the level of entry, meaning that if you enter in during the window period at level 3, and then that it basically means that later down the line, whatever money you put in, no matter how big it is still going to be under level 3. All right. And we'll cover that in more detail in a little bit. But again, this is an overview, giving you guys a scope of what we're doing here. Payments are in Bitcoin. There's a 6% withdrawal fee. We're going to make the payments to you guys in Bitcoin bi-weekly. All right. So we're going to be trading continuously. The goal is to make you guys as our investors financially free. And we are going to offer at least a minimum of 3 to 4 years trading privilege. So we're guaranteeing you guys that at least 3 to 4 years you'll have access to this platform. We're planning on doing it like for as long as possible, but we're at least guaranteeing you guys that for 3 to 4 years you would have this trading privilege for getting your foot in the door during that window period, which is December 2nd to December 16th. All right. Then furthermore, you can partner with us. We plan on starting an MLM. Those that are our investors, they are the people that we're going to be looking for. If we're looking for people to do stuff for us, once we start the MLM, we're going to look to them first, because we've already been working with these people, and it only makes sense to start with them if we're looking for somebody to manage maybe some international affair or some other role. We would look for our investors because, number one, they would already have money, and we would already have built a level of rapport with them. Getting your foot in the door also entitles you to a level of partnership with us and whatever else we're trying to achieve. All right, so continuing further, investors. So right now, guys, we're really looking for about 20 investors. After we've locked in the amount of investors that we're looking for, we're going to shut the doors. We're really going to shut the doors, guys, because as a trader, I know my numbers, and really, I'm telling you, I can do what I'm trying to achieve with $1,000. But I also realize that the starting amount of money that I begin with is important. So it's one of the reasons why I want a couple of investors, but also more so because I want to also help people along the way. Who is classified as an investor? An investor is anyone that comes in during the window period. Anyone that comes in on any one of the 7 levels during the window period. If you don't come in with some kind of money that is on one of the levels between December 2nd to December 16th, you will not be categorized as an investor, and we will remove you from the platform. That's just basically how it's going to go. Again, I'm saying this because I know some people might think that we're here trying to pull people's money or something just to have everyone's money. No. We really don't need people's money to achieve our goals. I'm just trying to make that very, very clear. So if you don't come in during the window period, which is December 2nd to December 16th, we will remove you from the platform. Why would you benefit from becoming an investor? Well, you get a return on your money for a year. Whatever money you put in, you have continued access to our trading platform, and you have a stake in our future project. So at least right now we have as a vision that we're going to start an MLM sometime in 2022. All right, so this is just a little bit about myself. All right, I went to university, undergrad at University of Maryland, College Park. I majored in neurophysiology. I minored in Spanish. Some of my what I did during graduate school. So I attended Howard University School of Business. I got my master's in business administration. I also attended Howard University College of Medicine. I got my doctorate in medicine. I just graduated about 6 months ago. All right, so continuing on. So this is just a little bit about my trading experience. I have been studying the markets relentlessly for about a year plus now. I've been looking into Forex. I've been looking into crypto. I've been looking at stocks, binary options. Some of my achievements. So I have taken 2 simulation accounts from from $1,000 to about $1,000,000, right? The first one I took from 1,000 to 1,000,000. The second one I took from 1,000 to 12.8 million. Now, this is significant because the simulation is basically taking previous market information and trading it with fake money. So I have demonstrated on previous market information with fake money that I can use a strategy and consistently grow an account from $1,000 to $1,000,000. Now, remember when I was saying that we really don't need a lot of investors, and the reason why I'm saying that is because what I'm targeting, right? Because by April of next year, we're trying to hit about $1,000,000, right? So I can literally achieve that with $1,000 because I have done it 2 times on simulation. All right. So this is the reason why I'm saying that we really don't need investors, but there is value in pooling money initially. And also, furthermore, I want to help people along the way. So I see value, right? I see value in pooling money from investors initially, but not from a lot of investors initially. This is why we are keeping the number of investors around 20. All right. So just in terms of my achievements, again, I have grown a live demo account. All right. And most of you potential investors were seeing the accounts as I was posting it on the platform. So I grew the account from 10K to 50K, which is about a 400% growth of that account size. All right, it's just a little bit of information. This is how I study the markets. All right, there's a lot of geometry. There's a lot of ways you can analyze the market and find entry points, right? So you can use trend lines. You have all the EMAs and stuff like that. This is how I study the market. There's a lot of concepts that goes into trading, a lot of candlestick patterns, a lot of levels, key levels, support resistance areas, Fibonacci levels. They're areas where traders are entering, where traders are watching. So you trade only at levels where you have confidence that the market will move in a certain direction. All right, so this is how I study the market. I study candle by candle. I pay attention to every movement in price. I strive to be able to predict the next running candle bar. All right, so this is just some of my statistics and my stats, what I've been able to achieve. Again, I'm giving you guys evidence. All right, we are not here trying to do something without evidence. All right, we have evidence behind what we are trying to do. I have already done this on simulation. I have already done this on demo. I am now trying to do this live. Demo is no different from live. The only difference is money. All right, so here, this is a simulation. This is when I took a screenshot of the account when it was at 9.4 million, but I actually took this account to 12.8 million. So you can see here the account actually, if you see the deposit, this is the amount I began with. It was 1,000. I took that account to 9.4 million. Well, here it's showing you 9.4 million, but this wasn't the ending. But it was actually 12.8 million at the end. It was actually over about 3,500 trades when I got to 12.8 million. But here you can see it's 3,000 about 170 some trades before I was able to take 1,000 and then grow it to 12.8 million. All right, and then this is the stats from when I took the live demo account, right? This is a live running market, real time, but with fake money. Same market conditions you would trade real money. I took the account from 10K to 50K. I did this in about 12 days. I did this in about 12 days. So I was trading throughout the 12 days. This is not random. This is consistent growth. When I was posting this stuff in the platform, I don't think you guys saw any drawdowns. The account was consistently growing. I didn't go to 35K, then drop back down to 20K. No, I was consistently growing that account until we got it to 50 grand. Here you can see the 50 grand here, not so much here. All right, so again, like I said, I have simulated this stuff. I have experience in the market for about a year now. I've looked at various markets. This is giving you guys an idea of how extensively we are going to protect your initial capital, to reduce your risk level as investors. There is no investment without risk. what you can do as a wise investor is to lower your risk level. So the first layer is, I'm standing on having studied the market for about a year plus now and going at it aggressively. All right. Furthermore, I have already demonstrated, right, that my strategies can work on the market. I have demonstrated on simulation. I have demonstrated it on a live demo account. The trading approach that I use is a martingale trading approach, but the difference with me is that I make it very hard for me to lose by making it 9 levels deep. Then moving on further, I'm only going to trade with half of the initial capital. What does that mean? So if we pull 50K, I'm gonna half this money and only trade with 25K. So we have 25K in reserve, just in case something happens with this 25K as I'm trading it. We still have backup capital. The other thing that I'm gonna do is that we're gonna withdraw half of the trading capital at every 200% growth. For example, if I'm trading with 25K, 100% growth of 25K is 50K. Another 100%, we're at 100K. So at 100K here, this from here to here is 200%. From 25K to not 100. I'm sorry, it's 75K, because the reference is 25K. So 200% growth is 75K. So by the time we get to 75K, we will divide this money in half. We will divide this money in half. We will put half in reserve, and then we'll use the other half to continue trading. So we'll do this at every 200% growth. That way, if for some reason the trading capital is lost, we still have a lot of money in reserve to take from to continue trading. And then the other layer of defense we have is that we are going to be doing about 10% growth of the account size every day. And because we're doing about 10% growth of the account size every day, it'll be easier for us to reach the 200% growth, meaning at that point we would take out money, and that way we will always have money to pay investors back if for some reason something should happen. All right, so like I was saying before, we have 7 investment levels. All right, we have 7 investment levels. These investment levels are the levels you have to come in during the window period. And like I said, the window period is the period between December 2nd to December 16th. All right, so we have the first level, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven. First level, you come in with an initial investment of $250. Your daily return is about 0.5% per day. All right, and this is giving you the yearly returns here. So if you come in with 500, your daily return is about 1% of this initial capital per day. Per day meaning Monday through Friday. All right, so if you come in with 1,000 is 1.5, 2,000 is 1.75, 3,000 is 2%, 5,000 is 2.5, 10 grand is 3%. And this is how much, this is the percentage return you're expecting to have by the end of the year on your money. Whatever money you give us, we are going to allow it to run for a year. Now, whatever level you come in at during the window period, which is December 2nd to December 16th, that is the level you are going to remain on for as long as we continue to trade. The reason why I'm structuring it this way is because we only need investor capital really in the beginning of our trading. We only need investor capital in the beginning, because I've already shown you guys what we're trying to achieve as a company. We have already done with $1,000. All right, so investor capital is important to us during the beginning. All right, so whatever level you come on during the window period is the level you're going to remain on for as long as we continue to trade. All right, so continuing on here, these are scenarios, hypothetical scenarios. I'll just take one. Person B comes in with 3K. Because they're coming in with 3K, as you can see here, they're at 3K. That means that they're at level 5. That means that they're getting 2% return on this this initial capital every day, which is about $60, which is about 522% return by the end of the year, which equates to about $15,000, $15,660 essentially. All right, I've already explained this. Whatever investment amount you invest during the window period, right, will determine your locked in rate. Whatever rate you come in, this person B is going to be locked in at 2% 2%, right? Let me see if that was 2%. Yes, they're going to be locked in at 2%. So the next year, it doesn't matter if they bring in 20 grand and they want me to trade 20 grand for them. They're going to be locked in at 2%. All right. So the level you come in during the window period is your locked in rate. That's the rate you're going to be locked in at. It doesn't matter how much money you put in later down the line. You're going to be locked in at that rate. All right. So payments. All right. Payments to us can be made via Bitcoin. All right, so the person that you guys should be primarily going to is Olivia. Just reach out to her, text her, and she will send you the wallet address that you will send the Bitcoins to. You can also reach me too, and I can send you a wallet address for you to send it to. After you finish the transaction, take a picture of the transaction and then email it to us here at this email here, so we'll have it just for record keeping. We also accept money via Zelle, Cash App, and Venmo. Olivia accepts money through Cash App and Zelle, and I accept money through Venmo or Zelle. Yeah, so these are possible outlets that you can use to send us money. Now, the thing that you also have to be careful about is that these payment gateways, they have certain restrictions with how much you can send per day. I think Zelle is like 2005. I think Cash App might be seven grand or something like that a day. I think Venmo is probably like 2 grand. I can be wrong, but you guys have to just make sure you understand the stipulations with the maximum amount of money you can send per day, so that doesn't really affect how much you're sending and things like that. All right, so we are only accepting payments during the window period, right? So whatever payments you're trying to make it within the window period, because if you don't enter within the window period, you are no longer considered an investor at all. Like, we were only considering people that come in during the window period investors. All right. Once you come in with money during the window period, you are free to invest more money. But if you don't come in during the window period, we're going to remove you from the platform. And yeah, that's just going to be it. That's how we're going to go proceeding with this. All right, so returns, how returns handles, how we're going to pay you guys your money. So we're going to be paying you guys via Bitcoin. All right, so each investor is going to need to give us their wallet address that we're going to store, and then we're going to be sending them their Bitcoins bi-weekly to that wallet address. There will be a 6% withdrawal fee. Again, if you guys are acquainted with Bitcoin, you know how Bitcoin is moving all over the place. It's jumping up, jumping down. So this 6% fee goes into all the processing stuff, because Bitcoin is fluctuating all over the place. When you're converting in and out of Bitcoin, you lose money and you lose value. That's where the 6% is coming in from. All right. So like I said again, we're going to be sending out money to you guys every 2 weeks. So on the 2nd and 4th weekend, confirmations will be sent out to your email. So if you guys want to reach out to us, this is our email address. Our spokesperson is Ruben Reggie. So, reach out to him if you have any questions or anything like that. And yeah, so this is basically what we have for you guys. If you guys have any other questions, you guys can put it on the group chat on WhatsApp. Thank you for your time.